Greetings, everybody. Dr. Powell here. I wanted to talk to you today about the spelling and grammar checker in Microsoft Word. You are right now at your lower division, most of you anyway, lower division undergraduate level. That means that, of course, that you're finishing your general studies and then before you move on to your four-year institutions to concentrate on your major. Well, at the lower division undergraduate level, we tend to make some common mistakes in terms of writing. And so learning how to use the spelling and grammar checker in your word processing application will help you surmount some of the challenges that you might have, and then also help you produce a better product for your classes. Okay, so I'm working right now in Microsoft Word for Macintosh. It's quite similar to Microsoft Word for Windows, and a lot more robust, by the way, than the word processing application that Google Docs uses. So you'll find a much more robust product in your desktop client. So I'm going to go to Tools and then to Spelling and Grammar and open up the Spelling and Grammar. And so what I'm not concerned about the work that it's doing. It wants to launch into its work to like to edit the document, to proofread the document. But what I really want to do right now is look at options. So I'm going to go down to options and just show you briefly what I'm clicking. And this is the stuff that I have clicked here is especially applicable for you. So I wanted to always suggest corrections, and I wanted to do so as I type, and I want to flag to draw my attention to repeated words and frequently confused words, and I also wanted to ignore URLs. I also wanted to ignore these things, and you can do the same. And then regarding grammar, then I would also like it to check grammar as I type, and then to also check grammar with spelling. Not quite sure what this one is for, but I want it to be as rigorous as possible, so I have this checked. So then I would like you to go to Settings. And Settings is where then you'll find more specific things regarding grammar that you would like it to check for. And notice that as I scroll through here, I have almost everything checked. Not embarrassing words, I'm not going to use those anyway, I would hope, in written work. But almost everything, up to adverb placement, complex words, conjunction overuse. Those things I don't have checked. I don't need those, and I don't think that you necessarily do right now either. But I do have a lot of stuff. Jargon, passive voice. Passive voice is a big one. This is something that students at your stage of the game do quite often, and it becomes less frequent as you become a more experienced writer in English. But it's still even native speakers do it. Even very experienced native speakers use passive voice. It's really something that you really need to get a handle on. I'll give you an example real quick. So in the Columbus essay, Howard Zinn notes that some historians in the past have said, well, yeah, natives died in the process of colonialization. Oh, okay, well, natives died. Did they just like up and die, or did they die from something or at the hands of someone? Well, more specifically, you're assigning the action, dying, you're assigning that to actually an actor, to somebody who actually did the killing. So you would say, natives died, smallpox killed a lot of natives, or conquistadors killed natives. So that way you know who's doing the killing here. So otherwise it's like a lot of natives died, or there were problems during colonization, right? It's very passive. There's nothing active and direct there. So you'll see it you'll know it when you see it, when the spell checker checks for it. Wordiness, this is something that you struggle with as well as you work to become more concise writers. Contractions. In academic language, we don't use contractions. We don't use don't, shouldn't, won't, and so on. We use will not, could not, should not, cliches, and so on. So you'll see here that, again, I have most of these. I'm going to scroll through very slowly so you can see when you want it, so that you can program your own spell checker. But I have most of these checked. You're going to want to check for all these things so that you can become a much more effective writer, so that you can shorten your papers, so that you can, I know it doesn't sound like something you want to do, shorten your papers, but it is true. You want to be as concise as possible, and you want to make every word count, and this will help you do so. All right, and so you'll click all these things, and then of course after you do so, you're going to click OK, and then you're going to close this window and get out of here. And then unless you want to continue checking your document, you can check your document, but unless you want to, but if you want to cancel out of there, then you can cancel out. Okay, so I hope this helps, and I look forward to reading more of your work.